Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all here. Let's bow down together, put our Agnya on the earth and humble down, and then raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in Bandhan.
God bless.
Now there will be Sri Ganesha Atharva Shirsham, but done by Sri Mataji herself. So personally, I'm just quiet and do the Sri Ganesha Atharva Shirsham in my mind and just let the vibrations soak through my being, let's say. So whatever, just do what feels right in your heart.
नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्ता त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं मान् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुजानमम शिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोद्ध्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मान् पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्वं चिन्मयः त्वं आनन्दमयस्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दा इत्योषि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदं ततो जायते सर्वं जगदं तत्त्वशिष्ठति सर्वं जगदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारिणी वाक्प्रदानी त्वं गुणत्रयारतीतः त्वं देहत्रयारतीतः त्वं कालत्रयारतीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोषि नित्यं त्वं शक्तिप्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा स्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिपूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादितरणन्तरन् अनुस्वारा परतरः अर्धेन्दुरसितं तारेण रुद्रम् एकत्वमनुस्वरूपं ककारा पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यम रूपम् अनुस्वारा शान्तरूपं बिन्दुत्तररूपं नागसन्धानं सहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषि निज्विद्गायत्री चण्डः गणपति देवता ॐ गं गणपते नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो जन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणं मुषध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुविक्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणवर्जितम् आदिभूतं च सृष्ट्यातो प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायन्ति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनावरा नमो ग्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रथमपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्ते नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
We'll listen to a talk now from 1977, so very early talk. I just translated this talk into Dutch, and I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that meditate with us. If you know 2 languages, it's an enormous blessing to translate these talks, as it gives such a deeper understanding of the talks of Sri Mataji. So take the opportunity to help in that if you feel like. So it's a long talk, but I'll play about 10-15 minutes of it. And also say goodbye to you all here at this moment, because after we can go straight into a silent meditation, and then you can just finish off in your own time. And I wish you all a wonderful day today.
Small spot, must you see? बसायचं असेल तर बसा, नाही तर जायचं असेल तर जा. बसायचं असेल तर बसा. आणि this is the problem with us, that we don't understand our own values. And we don't understand what should be our priority. For what are we here? We must have that seriousness about ourselves. Anybody comes in or goes in, or anything happening, your attention should be onto yourself. It's very necessary. At this time when you are in meditation, this is the first time we are trying to see ourselves. So why should anybody interest us? It is only a very short time when we are. So now I'm telling you a very important thing. तेवढ्यात आपण आले. तर इकडे सगळ्यांचे डोळे लागले की हे कोण मिनिस्टर आले बरं. म्हणजे त्याचा सगळा सिरियसनेस केला. असं करायचं नाही. कोणी येणार, कोणी जाणार, तेव्हा तिकडे बघितलं नाही पाहिजे. आता विषय म्हणजे केवढा गहन बघा. प्रश्न विचारला, काय इगो आणि सुपर इगो देवाने आम्हाला दिला कशाला? बघा केवढा मोठा प्रश्न. Why God has created this ego and super ego within us? From our stomach, the meda, what you call the fat globules, you can say meda in the stomach, rises into our brain, passing through all these centers, evolving to be the cells of the brain. Did you follow this point? Because even the brain is made of fat cells, what we call the mendu. So for the meda to become the mendu, it has to evolve to achieve a certain amount of charges of awareness, of human awareness. And the brain, human brain, is the most precious one because it has a dimension which animals do not have, a mental dimension, you can say, an emotional dimension. His physical dimension also has another dimension. We can say that on every dimension we have 4 sides. Emotionally, we understand love, we understand how to receive, how to reciprocate. We understand beauty, we understand poetry. We understand sweet gestures. We can create these things also. On the mental level, our dimension has a 4th dimension, I should say, by which we create things. Animals cannot create. We can create. On the physical also, we have a special advantage that we have lifted our heads up. Our hands act in a different way than our feet. We have a better capacity to hold things. Not only that, but we can use this body to lift much higher things that are here. For example, we can create a crane and lift anything. So we have also got a power by which we can have mastery over the matter. This is not among the animals. So we have already a higher dimension which is reached in our brain. Now such a beautiful human brain is created. So at this stage of human evolution, when man has reached this stage, we should say it is still in a transition. A little more he has to jump and he becomes that for which he has created. So in this transition, it is necessary to protect that brain very carefully. One, purpose. Secondly, to make this brain independent of the will of God and to make it use by itself so it develops another dimension of wisdom. By faltering, by making mistakes, by correcting, by falling, by going into extremes, man starts coming in the center and understands that this is the position. Now see in our country the political views. How from the British we came to British had to give us up, and now the new this thing we started that didn't fail, that failed, so we started another style. So we started another style like that. You see, you go on changing from this to another, experimenting, and you reach a position where you see this is the position by which you really progress. All this is done by a human brain. So a human brain is the most coveted thing, most evolved thing. And with the brain, heart also. Human heart also has to be correlated to the brain, and so both the things evolve very well. Our stomachs are evolved very well. Actually, our stomachs are much more subtle and they cannot take gross things. They require very fine and sophisticated things for digestion. And so many things, as you know, that we are different from animals. Now at this stage, to protect this brain, also you need a kind of a heart covering. So God has created this system by which you just get completely covered. By creating an ego and superego, which is just a sort of, you can say, a byproduct of your activities, any activity a human being does has a reaction. For example, if he tries to say no to something, it has a reaction. He creates his ego. If he accepts something, he creates his super. This is also done because it is done with the help that the brain of the man is made triangular and prismatic in nature. Prismatic. It's a prism-like brain. And in the prism of the brain, when the rays of God's divine power flows in, it goes into refraction into different angles, and by the principle of parallelogram of forces, part of it escapes outside this side and this side. That's why a man can think of the future and of the past. But the animal does not think of these things. So that's how our brain is a specially made one. It is protected by creating an ego and a superego completely, by which our talu, where the fontanelle bone is covered, you are separated from the all-pervading power by which you get your independence and freedom to act as you like, to use your brain as you like, to learn. Because the evolution, if it has to go any further, this is the transition period when you have to try. We can say like this, for a simile, because simile should not be drawn too far. That supposing this instrument I prepare. After preparing it, I first try it on a small cell separately. And then I put to the mains. In the same way, first it is tried separately, individually, with an articulation. The other day I gave a simile of an egg, which might have sounded a little funny to Marathi people, I don't know why. That an egg is created by articulating it completely, it's protected. Till it reaches a complete stage of its rebirth, Dvijaha, then only, you see, the mother bird pierces the egg and there is a rebirth of the little chick. In the same way, you are made protected so that you are made ready. Ultimately, you reach a stage where you are just ready to jump into another state, and it happens. In the incubator also, if you put these eggs with the warmth, you see, they feel the warmth. Warmth is the love. And with that, they grow, and at a point, all of them hatch out. I mean, not simultaneously, but we can say little difference, but most of them hatch out within 2-3 days' time. It is in the same manner today Sahaja Yoga is working out. That you are just ready to have. You have had a very great past, you have been seeking, you have been going around, you have no idea as to what you have been doing. And today you are wearing ordinary dresses like ordinary people. And today you are here for a lecture with me. And at this time this happens. This is the greatest miracle for some people. But for me, it is just a happening. It has to happen at this time. For us, if you see lots of flowers turning into fruits, we never call it a miracle. Because we have taken it for granted. So many miracles of life, we have taken it for granted. But it has to happen to human beings. And when it happens like that. Naturally, for you, you think it's my child's play. It is for me, it is a child's play. Because that is my job, is to give you moksha. I am a mokshadayini, no doubt about it. If that is my nature, then I will do it. If the nature of the sun is to give you the rays of the sun, it will give. It is not difficult, because that is the nature. You see, if it is your nature as a human being to see things and colors, you will see what is so great about it. What is to be proud about it? I mean, I don't understand. If you are that, you are that.